Lights, camera,
Rolling.
action.
Hello, boys and girls. This is the course of Environmental Science, which is meant for BTech third year and fifth semester. The code for this particular subject is AMC 501. As you know, this is the mandatory course of BTech third year, and I am G. Chakraborty from Department of Chemistry, welcoming you to this course of Environmental Science. Now, this is lecture 21, which means you have already come across 20 lectures of this particular course, which is a big thing, right? And in these 20 lectures, you have come across the general part of the environment, in which you people have seen multiple things. By multiple things, I mean to say that general part deals with ecology and ecosystem. It deals with resources. Along with that, it also implies population and its growth, and what type of disasters can happen, how to cope with the disasters, how to make self and others safe during disasters, and how population growth can be studied, different modes of population growth. Along with that, different types of ecosystem like grassland ecosystem, desert ecosystem, forest ecosystem, pond ecosystem, mangrove ecosystem, different type of things you have studied in the general part of this particular course, right? Now, after the general part is finished, you have seen air pollution, air and its pollution. Now you have seen what the components of air are. What are air pollutants, right? Criteria pollutant, primary pollutant, secondary pollutant. You have seen global warming, greenhouse effect, etc., etc., smog, and how to control air pollution that people have seen. Now, this was followed by water, and in water pollution, you have seen different types of sources of water pollutants, how water pollutant can be treated, what is BOD, what is COD, what is 5-day BOD test, okay, and how water pollution can be controlled. These sort of things you people have seen. Now, basically, pollution is of 4 types as far our knowledge goes. That is air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, and noise pollution. Air pollution, water pollution, we have already completed, and today we are starting the third lecture, which is called land pollution, and we are starting with this beautiful picture that is clearly shown that this picture is of environment where we humans are holding trees and plants, and we are holding nature, right? So we have to do very careful. We have to be very careful, and we have to do a lot of tasks to save the environment. Now, before going to land and its pollution, we need to see what the lecture highlights are. Basically, in this lecture, we will be seeing land, its total details, that what things are present inside the land, okay, how land is formed, what different types of rocks are there, these sort of things we'll see. Along with that, we'll see different type of solid waste and their interaction, right? So whenever we are moving inside land, right, whenever we are studying land rather, we will see that basically there are 3 parts of the earth crust. One is crust, another is mantle, third one is core. First is crust, second is mantle, third one is core, right? Now, crust is that part of the atmosphere which is the outer layer on which we people basically live, right? This is crust, right? Crust is 0 to 100 kilometer, and we basically live on the crust, okay? Now, as you can see, this inverted pyramid type of thing, it is clearly mentioned that yes, in this particular layer, we actually live, right? And this is the crust, okay? This is the soil in which we live, and after that there are several layers, as you can see. After, just below the crust, there is the mantle, which is around a large area of kilometer, around 100 to 2,900 kilometers. Okay, the mantle is there, and after that there is the core, the most inner part and the hottest part of the earth is called core. Okay, now this has been clearly explained using this particular diagram, right? Now, whenever we are studying crust, mantle and core, we need to see that what are the basic components of this crust, mantle and core. Now, if we people go to the crust, right? First, we will start from crust because we belong to the crust only. So, in the crust, the main components are Cl and Sima. Okay. Now, we need to know what Cl and Sima are. So, it is written here that Cl means silicon plus aluminium and Sima means silicon plus magnesium, right? So silicon plus aluminium is Cl and silicon plus magnesium is Sima. So you can clearly signify that silicon stands for Si stands for silicon, Al stands for aluminium, and Ma stands for magnesium, right? Now whenever you are leaving crust and you are moving towards the mantle, then you will see that inside the mantle we are having two big things, Nifesima and Chrofesima. These are the main components of mantle. Now what is Nifesima, what is Chrofesima, we need to see. And also in this diagram you have seen that this is crust, this is mantle, and the inner part is core. Okay, in this three diagram is clearly mentioned. The outer layer is crust, the reddish type of layer this is mantle, and the deep yellowish thing is called core. Okay, now in the mantle we have seen Nifesima and Chrofesima are present. So basically what is Nifesima? Nifesima, Ni stands for nickel, Fe stands for iron, Sima stands for silicon plus magnesium, we have already seen. Okay, now what is Chrofesima? Cro stands for chromium, Fe stands for iron, and Sima for silicon plus magnesium. Okay, Nifesima and Chrofesima are the main components of this part called mantle, right? After this we are having the core, that is the inner part. There is a movie, The Core. You try to see the movie. It is very technological and very educational, right? Okay, the core, where a few scientists actually are moving to the core in order to have a research. Now what type of problems they faced when they are moving towards the core, that is a big achievement of the movie, and that is worth seeing, right? Anyway, in the core the main component is Nife, that is nickel plus iron. Okay, right? So these are the things that are present in the different layers. Okay, now let us go to the next slide. Now whenever we have come across the different type of the different types of components of crust, mantle and core, we must be knowing that the main thing from where soil has formed is the rocks. Okay, soil is basically formed by weathering of rocks, right? Now how many types of rocks are there? You have studied in your class 10 level geography that basically rocks are of three types. First one is igneous rock, second one is sedimentary rock, third one is metamorphic rock. Okay, now what igneous rocks are? Igneous rocks are basically those rocks which will be formed from the molten lava. Okay, sedimentary rocks are those rocks which will be formed from sediments, and metamorphic rocks results from huge amount of heat and pressure, right? Now some examples of igneous rocks are present here. There is we can see granite is an example, scoria is an example, pumice, a very light stone, is an example, and obsidian is an example, right? These are the examples of igneous rocks. Next we have sedimentary rocks. The best example is sandstone and limestone. After that there is shale. After that there is conglomerate and gypsum. Okay, gypsum is also very much popular and is a sedimentary rock, right? Now metamorphic rocks, whenever we are coming, the most common thing is marble, quartzite, gneiss and slate. Okay, now all these are used for flooring materials and is present in plenty in the environment, right? Okay, so next after the rocks, let us go to the next slide. Now here comes one of the most important things, that is solid waste. But before solid waste, one thing I'd like to inform you regarding the igneous rocks, that is igneous rocks are of four types basically: acidic igneous rock, basic igneous rock, intermediate igneous rock, and ultra basic igneous rock. Okay, it depends on the amount of SiO2 present. If SiO2 content is less, it is acidic. Moderate, it is intermediate. Then for basic and ultra basic, it is high. Okay, right. Now let us move to the next part of the lecture, which is nothing but solid wastes. Now, what solid wastes are? This is one of the most important question that comes to us, right? Now, before going into the details of this lecture, that what solid waste are, we need to see that how many type of wastes are available, right? How many types of waste are there that we need to see. Okay, now before going to the solid waste, before going to this particular thing which is called solid waste, we will try to discuss about the different type of waste. Now, what is basically waste? What is the meaning of the word waste? Has it ever happened to you that your parents are saying you are a waste? Has it ever happened? It happens in multiple houses. For in my house also it happened once, right? So basically the thing is, waste is something which was actually made for some fruitful purpose, right? Waste was made for some fruitful purpose, but nowadays at the present scenario, this particular quantity or commodity has no objective of existence, right? For example, suppose you have prepared a plastic bag, right? You have prepared a plastic bag and that has been sold to a supermarket. Okay, now what happened? You went to the supermarket. Okay, basically you have prepared the plastic bag. Okay, so you sold that plastic bag to the supermarket owner, right? Now I went to the supermarket. Now you have got some money by selling that particular thing. Okay, that particular plastic polythene carry bag. Okay, so you have sold it, you have got some money out of it, right? Now I went to that particular market, I bought something, and that something was given to me by the shopkeeper in that particular bag, right? That particular plastic bag that you have made. Okay, now after I went home, after I actually entered home, right? Now that thing that I have bought, I will use it out, right? Now, so it should be taken off from that cover and it will be used normally, right? Now, what is the benefit of keeping that plastic bag or cover? Is there any benefit in keeping that plastic bag or cover with us? Answer is no, right? Every day we bring one packet containing fish to our home, and every day we throw that particular packet into the waste bin. Now just try to remember that when that bag was prepared, it was with some objective, right? That this bag is supposed to carry something, right? But when that particular objective is over, now this bag has no utility, right? It has no existence, and not that is not the correct thing. It has existence, but it has it has fulfilled its whatever it was needed for, right? Now it is of no use. Then if something is of no use, then it is to be thrown away, right? Now the question arises, if it is thrown away, then what it will become? The answer is it will become waste. Okay. Now if that is plastic bag, then that is solid waste. If that is a gas, then that is gaseous waste. And if that is a liquid, then that is liquid waste. But the thing is, waste is something which actually is generated due to anthropogenic activities of human beings, right? Means you have done some activity, and due to that activity the waste has been generated, and now as your intention is complete, you don't want to take back that waste to your home, or you don't want to carry it back, right? So materials which are generated through anthropogenic activities and are discarded as useless or unwanted are called solid waste. Basically it is not solid waste, it is all the type of waste, has the same definition, right? Okay, now Different type of solid waste are present here. Now, what are the types of solid waste? Basically, solid waste are of multiple types, starting from the municipal solid waste. Now, what is municipal solid waste? Municipal solid waste is something that is taken by municipality. Okay, whatever waste will be taken care of by the municipality, that particular waste is called municipal solid waste, right? After that, we have industrial waste. Now, in municipal solid waste, the diagram is present right here, so you can see in the diagram that what is municipal solid waste. Okay, whatever thing you have, I guess you have seen different type of storage containers and all, right? It's not containers, basically type of shed where this waste are incorporated by the municipality, where they're stored basically, right? So those waste are municipal solid waste. Okay, next come industrial waste. So whatever waste are generated from industries, any types of industries, right? I mean to say that suppose there is a wooden factory, so wooden dust and the layers of wood that is thrown away, right? जिसको बोला जाता है छिलका. Okay, so those things are the waste of that particular industry. If there's an iron works, then iron pieces, right? Broken iron rods, right? Rusted iron, rusted pieces of iron, all this will be into the industrial waste. Different type of industrial waste, right? Next comes domestic waste. Now, what domestic wastes are? Domestic wastes are nothing but those things which are just given off from our household, right? Just like newspaper, vegetable peels, if there is some broken crockery, some broken cups, articles, right? Broken glasses, whatever it is, all this comes from houses and domestic waste. Okay, next come commercial waste. Now, commercial waste are generally generated from marketplaces. So you can see that rotten fishes are given here as example, basically. So it means that this fishes, right, they are actually commercial waste. Now, whatever fishes are rotten and are unsold is not of proper condition to use, they are thrown away, right? Similarly, rotten fruits and vegetables are also thrown away. Now, whatever things are generated from commercial places is called commercial waste. वो Amazon का जो डब्बा आता है ना आपके घर में, वो भी actually commercial waste ही है, right? वो domestic waste के अंदर भी आएगा. Okay, both. Next comes agricultural waste. Okay, now what is agricultural waste? Agricultural waste basically means the waste that are generated from agriculture. Now, the stalk, the husk, the hay, whatever things have been produced after the agriculture is over, right? Whenever the crop is harvested, after that, whatever things are left on the ground, that thing is called agricultural waste. Okay. Next come the most important thing at this time, there is a biomedical waste. What is biomedical waste? Biomedical waste is basically the waste that are given off from different types of hospitals, nursing homes and all, right? And curtains, syringe, expired medicines, drugs, all actually belongs to biomedical waste. Okay. Last but not least, the very, very important, which is tremendously increasing nowadays, is e-waste. E-waste means electronic waste, and when you are discarding your old mobile and buying a new one, then your old mobile is becoming e-waste. When you are not using your computer, throwing it away, then also it becomes e-waste, right? Now, you may have seen that beside the electronic shopping malls, the old refrigerator, old TVs are generally dumped, right? Now, people get 1,000 rupees discount and they are happy, but what this old thing is, it is nothing but e-waste. Okay, right? So these were the different type of waste that we people are seeing here, right? So let us go to the next slide. Okay, now this is a very, very important point for us, that is the modern day municipal solid waste management. Now, what is modern day municipal solid waste management? This is very important for us. Okay, now waste so we are developing, right? Waste to hum logon ne bana liya, but how this waste will be managed by the municipality? There must be some process by which this waste will be just disposed of by the municipality. Okay, it is not that without any process it can be done. particular process is required. Now what that process is nothing but the modern day municipal solid waste management, which is also called MSW management, right? Now what is this municipal solid waste management? If we move carefully, we will see that there are basically 6 steps, right? 6 steps, okay? 6 steps are there which basically are used for modern day solid waste management, right? Now these 6 steps starts from collection. आपने सुना ही होगा वो फेमस गाना, गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल, right? So the person will come to your home and he or she will take the garbage, will collect the garbage on your behalf, right? So गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल is nothing but the first step, that is collection of waste, okay? Now after that गाड़ी वाला collects this waste from your home, right? What he or she does, he or she takes it to some storage location and stores it out, okay? Because every day he or she takes it and stores it out, because household garbage is not that much bigger, so it requires huge storage place, so that around 1 week things are stored and then they can be treated, okay? Now after storage, here comes transportation. Now what is transportation? You may have seen that specially designed blue and white colored dumpers are now devoted by each and every municipalities to just take the waste and transport it from the normal place to the waste disposal ground, right? So this part will be belonging to transportation. Number 4 comes recycling. Now you have seen, I guess, that many people move into the waste with some bags and they search each and every waste and they take out what things can be recycled and they sell it outside, right? So this particular step is called recycling. After that, this treatment. Now if your waste are hazardous, then it requires treatment, right? So different type of treatment techniques are used by the municipality, and finally the treated waste will go to disposal, okay? Now this last step is very, very important, and this disposal, right, this disposal itself is done by some techniques, right? Now what those techniques are? There are basically 4 techniques by which the waste are disposed of, right? Now these 4 techniques we will be studying in brief in the next lecture. For these 4 techniques we have a separate lecture, and that is our second lecture for this particular module, which is lecture number 22, okay? So that's all for today's lecture. I guess this is the last slide here, okay? Now you do one thing, you just we have briefly explained that what the land pollution is, and what first of all land is, how earth is, what earth is composed of, what is crust, what is mantle, what is core, and what are the components, what are the constituents present in this particular layers. Then we have seen what is solid waste, what are the different type of solid waste, and what are the 6 steps of solid waste management. That also we people have seen, right? So in the next lecture we will see that what are the methods of disposal that are used for treatment of waste, okay? So let us wait for the next lecture, and in this lecture if you find any difficulty, then just contact with me and we'll sort out the problems, right? So till then, thank you so much. Save environment, save yourself, save nature, and be happy, right? Thank you.